Thank you for joining us for Late News Tonight. I'm Nazi Javid, continuing our breaking news coverage of the deadly Stockton mass shooting at what's being described as a children's birthday party in a banquet hall. This happened shortly after 6 o'clock this evening on Lucille Avenue near Thornton Road. Investigators calling it a targeted attack. A family event, a party ending with gunfire on Thanksgiving weekend. You can see the map here on your screen where this happened. We also have video from the scene. We know that it remains active out there, and we have crews there standing by as investigators say a suspect is still on the run tonight. Hear from San Joaquin District Attorney Ron Freitas.
It's our understanding at this time that the individual responsible is still outstanding. If you have any information as to this individual, reach out immediately. And if you are this individual, turn yourself in immediately.
A call from the DA there. Take a look at your screen. Investigators want you to have this number. Please jot it down. If you have any information about what happened tonight or a possible suspect, please call Stockton Crime Stoppers. The number is on your screen. That's 209-946-0600. Again, 209-946-0600. You can leave a tip anonymously. And we go now to our live team coverage tonight. ABC 10's Gabriel Porras and Roxanne Elias have been out at the scene throughout the evening for us, gathering details. And we start with you, Roxanne. You just heard from the mayor and investigators. Emotional moments. What can you tell us tonight?
Well, Nazi, with this being the Thanksgiving weekend here, this tragedy has truly hit all of the Stockton community pretty hard, including city leaders and the massive law enforcement response you see here behind me as they look for that suspect or multiple suspects that may have been responsible for this shooting so that they can hold them accountable.
This is Thanksgiving weekend. This is when families come together, celebrate, share memories, give each other love. And unfortunately tonight, heaven is a little bigger with the individuals, children and adults that unfortunately do not make it.
In an emotional statement, Stockton Mayor Christina Fugazi offered her support to her community following a shooting at a banquet hall near Lucille Avenue Saturday night. San Joaquin County Sheriff's Office spokeswoman Heather Brent sharing that 14 people were shot, 4 of them killed, including children.
It is unfathomable that there are young children who are harmed, that there was anybody who was harmed in this, and our hearts go out to those victims, to their families, and to our community. Do you have any further questions at this time?
Multiple agencies and city leaders are vowing to seek justice for the victims who were shot at a family gathering. District Attorney Ron Freitas calling the tragedy unthinkable and pleading with his community and asking the person responsible to turn themselves in.
When this individual is caught, you have my promise that you will have the full force of my office's resources in holding this individual fully accountable.
Mayor Fugazi also calling on her city to do better and speak up if they know anything.
Who did this? If you know them, as the district attorney just said, please call Crime Stoppers. You can leave an anonymous tip. We've got work to do, and this type of violence, again, our city is better than that.
Now back out here live, I want to let you guys know exactly where we're at. We're at Thornton and Walden Avenue here. The intersection is still shut off to anybody driving through. Still a massive law enforcement presence here as they investigate. Now, just to recap really quickly, this all started to happen before 6 this afternoon at a banquet hall. San Joaquin County Sheriff's Office telling us that 14 victims, 4 of those people are dead, including children. Early indications suggesting this is a targeted incident, but detectives are out here working hard, trying to figure out what led up to the shooting, The main priority right now is trying to identify the suspect and hold that person or persons accountable for what happened here. I'm live in Stockton. Roxanne Elias, ABC 10.
Roxanne, thank you so much for that update. And as we all know, it was a heartbreaking situation. ABC 10's Gabriel Porras was there minutes after it all unfolded. And Gabriel, what was it like out there?
And Nazi, it was a frantic scene, a frantic situation, and even hours later, it's still a very fluid situation. You can see the police lights glistening off in the distance, a sight that no one here wants to see tonight. It was at this strip mall where we're told some of the crowds first ran to. This is where we first saw the scene earlier this afternoon. There was so much adrenaline in the air, but the heartbreak was so palpable. We were on scene less than an hour after the tragedy unfolded, which means we saw those groups of first responders, dozens of police cars, fire engines, and ambulances, and most heartbreakingly, families and mothers sobbing, asking where their kids are. People who live near Thornton Road and Lucille Avenue say it all happened so fast.
That was a lot of gunfire, though. That was a lot of gunfire.
At least 3 bursts of gunfire, Jason Amison said, and after a fleet of first responders.
There was probably 10 to 12 ambulances, every fire truck, every police officer.
At first, he didn't know what had happened, but he saw, as we saw, on the cold concrete and under the dark sky, families breaking down into tears.
Afterwards, there was a lot of people that walked out, a lot, yelling for their kids and stuff like that.
And after being out here all night, that is what sticks with me too. Those parents who just wanted to know where their kids were. Tragic to know that some will never see their loved ones again. As many of you know, I was born and raised here in San Joaquin County. I have been to the strip mall and been to this neighborhood several times. I have friends who live here. Was actually here just a couple of weeks ago at one of the businesses. To say that they're all stunned. Everyone I know who lives in this community is stunned. In my 9 years of covering crime here in Stockton, this is by far the most heartbreaking, the most terrifying scene I have ever had to be at. To say that this is heartbreaking doesn't even cover all of it. The city is in shock tonight. Live in Stockton, Gabriel Porras, ABC 10.
Gabriel Porras, I can only imagine how difficult that must be in your community reporting on such horrific gun violence. Thank you for sharing the update for us and your insights. Thank you. Assemblymember Rhodesia Ransom, who represents Stockton, released a statement saying, quote, "I'm heartbroken by the violence and tragedy in Stockton and the senseless loss of life that has resulted from this. My heart is with the families experiencing unimaginable pain and with those," she had given this quote online, she said, "My heart is with those families experiencing unimaginable pain and with those who have been injured. These events are deeply traumatizing for our community." And also the governor's office releasing a statement on social media tonight as well, saying Governor Gavin Newsom has been briefed on the horrific shooting in Stockton. The governor's office of emergency services is monitoring this evolving situation and coordinating with local law enforcement tonight. Stockton Mayor Christina Fugazi confirms she spoke with Governor Newsom, saying he has offered the full support of the state of California to assist the community and local law enforcement agencies in any way needed. Meanwhile, Stockton's Vice Mayor Jason Lee speaking out shortly after the shooting, his statement saying, quote, "To the families impacted, to the loved ones grieving, and to every child and parent shaken by this tragedy, my thoughts, my prayers, and my heart are with you tonight. Stockton is my home, and your pain is my pain," end quote. And so this is what we know. We've been following the coverage of the Stockton mass shooting, and this happened shortly after 6 tonight when the dispatch center got reports of a shooting that occurred at the 1900 block of Lucille Avenue in Stockton. And we have confirmed with authorities that 14 people were struck by gunfire and 4 victims have been confirmed deceased. Stay with our breaking news coverage of the Stockton mass shooting. It continues when we're back more live from the scene after this quick break. Late News Tonight is back in 60 seconds.